Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam and I am Sweet Pea Green. I'll maybe put some video at the end of this and it might give you a clue as to why my handle is Sweet Pea Green. I checked this morning, I've got 30 subscribers and I'm sure that I only know maybe half of those in real life. So thank you very much for joining me on this YouTube adventure. I hope you stick around. Even if you've not subscribed, press the subscribe button at the bottom. That'd be amazing. Do a little happy dance and the numbers go up, which is a little bit sad possibly, but there you go. Yeah, and like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Thank you. I'm on my iPad today, so hopefully the ratio is set properly for YouTube. My learning objective today is to try and insert some photographs here of the things that I've made, and if I can't do it here, I'll stick them at the end. So we'll see how that goes. And I've made some notes as well, so I don't forget anything. So I thought I'd just come on, excuse me, today to show you what I've been making the past couple of weeks. Been off school. I work in a school and it's obviously been the Easter holidays in the UK. So I've got quite a lot of sewing done. I tend to batch cut out and then sew up and then batch cut out some more because I've got to set the table up to tray. I'm a tracer. And then cut out the fabric. So yeah, I don't like to do just one project at a time. I like to get a few things done. So first things first, the first thing I finished was the jam jacket by Original Digby, which I picked up this pattern at the Stitch Festival back in March. So yeah, I found that quite late on in the day. We'd done everything. I was there with a few friends, and we'd kind of done everything apart from this one last row, and it really weary. Long day. I'd been up since 5:30. I think I caught the 7:15 train down into London. So yeah, it was a long day, and there was this one aisle left, and I thought, need to do that because there could be something fantastic. Anyway, there was this pattern. Lauren of Original Digby is she's got 3 patterns: this jacket, a dress pattern, and a top pattern. And when she was a teenager, she began to draft her own clothes because she's really slight, small frame, small busted, and she couldn't find anything to buy in the shop, so she began drafting her own clothes. And she did a costume production degree and has worked as a costume maker now for film and TV, including Wicked and Queen Charlotte films, which, I mean, that is just living your best life, isn't it? Playing with fabric all day. I'd love that. If I had my time again, I'd do something like that, I think. So yes, the jacket was, I really liked the sunburst tucks all around the neckline, and it's a raglan sleeve, and I do love a raglan sleeve. Let's have a think. Oh yeah, it's got patch pockets as well, which I don't think they're usable because they're quite high up, but it makes a nice feature. So yes, she drafts for a 5'5", that's me, and 2 size ranges for a B cup and a D cup. I'll do a link below because when people start talking about measurements, it's just numbers, random numbers, and so I'll put a link down and then you can go look at the table of the measurements. But it's really size inclusive, very, very large size range. I did try the jacket on that she got on the sample she got on the stand, or one of the samples she got on the stand, which my measurements would have put me in the size that she got on the stand, but I felt it was too big, so I did size down when I cut mine out. And I always measure myself on each pattern. I can measure myself today, but if I made a new pattern, I would measure myself tomorrow, because my measurements fluctuate so massively from, you know, day to day, hour to hour, really. So yeah, before I cut anything out, I will always measure, just in case things have changed. So yeah, I will never tell you what my measurements are, because, you know, or I won't write them down, because there's no point. If you're making something, you make it to your measurements, not my measurements. And, you know, everybody's body is different. You know, we could be the same measurement on top or the waist, but we can hold our weight in a different way. So yeah, I don't think I will ever tell you my measurements, because they're not yours. So yeah, I did size down when I cut out the jacket. And the fabric was an amazing find. That was from the swaps table at Izzosews Socials back in February. They're an amazing social in Sheffield on Eccleshall Road. She does socials there every couple of months. I mean, she's got retreats now in the Lake District and the Peak District and over in Portugal. But the sewing socials in Sheffield are fantastic. I think the next one is June and then September. So yeah, every couple of months. They begin at 9:30 on a morning until 5:30, and you have afternoon tea in about 3 o'clock. And there's often, previously she's had a colour analysis lady come in and explain things, and I think the last one they had a fabric retailer come in. I want to say Faberwood, but I'm not quite sure. And I think she has talked about getting Ernest Wright, the scissor manufacturer, in as well, because they're obviously based in Sheffield. So yeah, there's something nice to listen to while you're having your afternoon tea. And then the last hour between 4:30 and 5:30, there's an hour's worth of Pilates with a certified instructor, which is a really nice way to finish off a social. Yeah, just ready to drive home. So yeah, I picked up the fabric. It's a black heavyweight cotton from the swaps table, and it was just too good to leave behind, really. It was, like I say, heavy black cotton, originally from Guthrie Ghani, and whoever put it there had initially bought it for trousers, and it came and it was too heavy, so yeah, they de-stashed it onto the swaps table. So yeah, I picked it up with no plan. I just thought, I can't leave that behind. And then less than 4 weeks later, I went to the Stitch Festival and picked up the Jan jacket pattern. So match made in heaven, I feel. It's a really easy make, the jacket. The tucks are really easy. Raglan sleeve, facings on the sleeves, and obviously around the neckline, a collar. The collar, yeah, no problem at all putting that in. The only thing I think I would do differently is I wouldn't, if I had such a heavy fabric again, I wouldn't interface it. It just felt a bit too much, and it was a bit too cumbersome to get around the sewing machine. And I mean, it's fine now that it's finished and it's on, but I don't think it really needed it with the weight of the cotton that I was using. But you know, we live and learn, even after 45 years of sewing. So yeah, I think that's all. Just, I will definitely make it again. I might make a summer version in maybe some linen. But yeah, nice casual jacket. And the buttons that I got, I didn't want anything too fancy, and so I got some nice felt buttons from Bois Joli buttons on Etsy. So I'll leave a link below down there for those. And then I have done 3 colour block tops using fabric from Beyond the Pink Doors, Think Pink box from a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago. A ponte. I'll leave a link below to Beyond the Pink Door. So yeah, I could have made a dress, but I'm not really a dress wearer. I love the Hope, the Style Arc Hope dress, and I'm kind of more of a tunic person to wear with leggings or jeans, because it's just easier to work in those kind of garments. But yeah, I didn't think that I would reach for a dress made out of this fabric, so I thought tops would be much more useful in my wardrobe. And whilst they are not, some would say, not season appropriate, because we're coming into summer, hopefully soon. Last year's summer was a bit of a washout, so who knows, I might get quite a lot of wear out of them before the autumn, but they're there ready. So first top, I mean, these are sewist kind of standards really, but I will link them below. The first one is the Grainline Studios Linden. I make this one. I don't think I've ever made that one. This is my kind of go-to. I have made the short one with longer sleeves, but not put any cuffing on them at all. So, I mean, yeah, another raglan. Can you tell I like a raglan? I like a raglan sleeve. The second one is the Sew House 7 Toaster 1. Now, I've made the Toaster 2 quite a lot. That's been my go-to, but this is the first time, and this is such a quick make, even for me, who is a slow sewer. I procrastinate too much. I drink tea, I scroll, you know, it can take me a long time to make something, but this, some of you may think this is a long time, but I kind of whipped this up in about 4 hours, which is really fast for me. I was amazed. I was on a Think Pink Zoomers call one Thursday evening, and yeah, I exclaimed out like, oh my gosh, I've nearly finished, and I didn't realise I'd nearly finished. So yeah, that's a really quick make, and I will be making that one again because it's just lovely. And this last one, it's such a shame that this company is not trading anymore, because this is such a wonderful garment. And it's the Hug Hoodie by Made It Patterns. Again, first time I've made this one. I had bought this when they'd announced that they were no longer going to trade, and I'd had my eye on it for a while, and I thought, well, I need to get it now, so I did. But it sat on the computer for quite a while, but I've just recently sent it off for printing, and yeah, that will be one that I make again and again. It's just really a really lovely make. And again, there's a theme: raglan sleeves. So in fact, yes, I've just I mean, a raglan sleeve. I do setting sleeves. I do. Yes, in fact, this one is not a raglan sleeve, this last one. I've just made two of the Molly top by Masin Patterns. That was a freebie from Simply Sewing magazine a while ago. I quite like the neckline. It kind of stands up quite high, so that would be lovely to go under maybe a Whittaker pinafore, or something, a pinafore dress, especially the Whittaker, because that sits quite high, so you just need a little bit of something to poke out of the top, so you're finished. So yeah, that's kind of all the patterns that I've had cut out, sewn up now, so I don't really know what to do. Everything that I've got on my Stash Hub projects file are I need to trace out. I am a tracer. I cannot cut out a pattern directly. The paper patterns you know, are just too expensive. And the PDFs, whilst they're cheaper, I send them off. I use Patternsy for my AO printing, and I started to use Flamingo prints for the printing up of the booklets. And yeah, there's still a cost involved there. So unless it's a very small pattern with short instructions, I will send them off. And I just can't afford to keep on printing patterns off, especially as I feel that my measurements fluctuate so much. I don't want to cut it out and then have to maybe, 6 months down the line, cut a bigger size. So yeah, I am a tracer, and whilst it's a pain, it's just part of the process. Stick a podcast on, stick some YouTube videos on, and yeah, I just get on with it. And that's why I kind of batch cut as well, because it means getting I've got to extend the table, bring everything down, so it makes it an easier job to do that. So yeah, everything that I've got on my projects list in Stash Hub, I've got to trace. So I'm going back to school on Tuesday. So I am thinking that, I could do the Sew House 7 Remy Raglan, or maybe the Friday Patterns Donny shirt, which are my kind of go-to patterns. I think I've maybe got 5 Remy Raglans, and I might even have 6 Donnies. Because I can get a Donny out of about 80 centimetres of fabric, so that's a good use of remnants as well. I could do that, but I might instead do the Dress a Girl Around the World programme. They've got some free, I'll again link below, some free dress patterns, and they send dresses all around the world to girls in need. There's a UK ambassador as well, which I'll put her details down, and that's an amazing way of using up cotton remnants, and kind of getting it out of the stash. So yeah, I think that's what I might do. Take a back seat for me for a little while until I can really, think of what I need. I do need to have a go at jeans. I've got the Oxbows that I need to have a go at, as well as a number of other trouser patterns that I need to get a grip with. But yeah, I think I just need to sew for something else, someone else, rather than me at the moment. So yeah, I think that might be it for today. Hopefully there'll be some photos here or at the end, and I'll stick in a little bit of video of why I'm called Sweet Pea Green, and my handle doesn't relate to sewing at all, but there you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Like I say, if you do, please like and subscribe. I can't believe that there are people I don't know who've actually subscribed to me, so that's very exciting. Thank you. And so yeah, I'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye. Sewing, I can sometimes be found here at the allotment, and my apple trees, and my cherry trees, and my plum trees, and a great big expanse of soil and muck. Oh, and straws. There's blueberries, and blackberries, blackcurrants, red currants, and that's a very overgrown raspberry section. I'm quite a bad volunteer.